Show me more Trainer Beast
you
Merge
nerds.
in Pokemon
Gabe,
Eclipse
aka
bonus
Fruit Beer
episode
here, and welcome
9.
back to our
It's the
Gravity
10th
Falls
episode I have for the
and
channel if you don't want to wait 2
Pokemon
weeks for me to
region.
get to that one.
Let's get
But
back
yeah,
to
right
the
now we're
battle
checking out the
facility to
Beast
meet
Merge
some
9.
more of you
Let's
as
see
trainers,
more
and
trainers
see your
fusing
Beast
with
Merge
Pokemon,
ideas.
a sin against mankind. But at least they need some uniform designs. And without that sort of thing, we wouldn't have got a Pokemon Reburst. So in other words, we would have been better off.
More
but
people
hey, you
are
know,
shuffling
people
into the
fuse with
battle
Pokemon's not a
facility,
new idea,
and you and
for
Frenda
anyone.
are doing your best to assist everyone you can.
These
While she
newbies gotta learn
prepares
somehow.
a pair for some sparring, a trainer walks up to you and
Hi.
introduces himself.
Is that like a Pokemon
Name's
version
Leo,
of Venom
bro.
logo?
This
Or the Venom
Beast
logo?
Merge thing, honestly, looks kind of fun. Can't wait.
Leo is none other than Leo Vega, and he's ready to merge. He pulls out an Aracu V, and you begin going
get right
over
into
some
it, then.
tips and tricks you've learned during your adventure. Luckily, Leo really does seem like a natural. After just a little bit of practice, they are merging together. Alrighty, so this
I can
is
see why you give him
mainly
a
going to
spider-like
be based
logo
off
on the
of a
shirt,
design
if he's the
done by
spider.
Topaz. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
It is pretty
Now,
dang
Topaz's
sweet.
art tends to be on the
Sweet, bleh.
edgier side, so we're gonna soften things up just a little bit by introducing some Wraith lasers.
I'm okay
The
with some
Aracu V
going
line
edgy.
is
Why
supposed
not?
to be
Pokemon,
tied to and
some
best
Pokemon are a
buds
little
with
edgy.
oons. And while I was looking at reference
don't
images
all
of
have to be frickin'
lasers,
family friendly.
crisscrossing and whatnot, it
I
hit
don't
me.
know.
Laser
Old man's
webs.
Cloud.
Aracu V is one of those
I think
Pokemon
laser
that
webs would be pretty dang
isn't
cool.
a type
It's a nice
that
sort of
it
design.
definitely looks like it should be, that being the bug type. So by adding
Yeah.
some fun laser webs, we get
Let's add some
bug
bug
typing
there.
in there as well. And I mean, it'll have plenty of bug type moves already to take advantage of. Yeah, it's good. It's good. And you'll see this art recording cut off before I get to the end. I usually draw early in the morning before
Maybe
I
a
go to
little
work,
battery.
and this piece just took me a very long time. I ended up stopping partway
Maybe a
through and
traditional
still
job on
being
top of
late
this
for work.
stuff.
And what are you gonna do? Anyway,
Yeah, damn.
enough yammering.
Can't
This
win 'em
is
all.
Beast Merge Aracu V. The laser
Nice design
web.
though, pretty dang
The
sick.
spider's light
Probably the
shatters,
best way to have a
sending out a
traditional
series
job
of
on
bright
top of the
lasers,
Pokemon
which ricochet
stuff.
around the
You
surroundings
don't live in a world
before
where you can just
forming a
work with
series
what you
of
want,
solid
unfortunately.
webs
But hey,
on the
you know,
trainer's back.
at least you get to do what you want at
Rather
all,
than
right?
slowing the trainer down, these webs pump them with
Could
energy,
be worse.
and they dance and leap around the battlefield energetically. After unfusing, the trainer is overcome with a desire to go dancing at a loud, obnoxious
I like how the shiny
club.
form is just basically
The ability
flat
is basically
moving
another
because
name for
that
Shadow
they're
Tag,
polar
so
opposites.
Spun Snare keeps the foe from escaping the battlefield. And Leo leaps about and shoots lasers around the arena. He's having a blast.
Probably
as he
what we would
hops
do
off.
if we had this sort of power
In the
too.
center of the ring, you see that Frenda is officiating a battle between two trainers. Each of them are down to their last Pokemon.
Ooh,
On
it's
the
getting
left,
intense.
Brian has a Saratuka. You watch as Brian clasps his Beast Merge gem
Comes the
and
frickin'
focuses
Fossil
on
Warrior
his
level
partner.
6 thingy.
Man, Saratuka
Fossil
is
Knight
one of those
Warrior
Pokemon
thing.
that it's been eligible for a Beast Merge for a long time, and
No one had any
there
ideas
are
that you
like plenty
liked.
of awesome suggestions that I got, but nothing like really spoke to me.
So you decided to go with the
until
medieval
recently.
knights.
I got a couple of
Interesting pick.
suggestions from Bit Iffy
I mean,
and
it's still, they're both
Spark
wearing
Bomber.
armor, so
The former suggested something like with a big lance to play up the dinosaur horn aspect, but
Works for
Spark
me, that's a pretty
Bomber's
cool way of
idea
going
to
about it.
tie in coal seam fires just really won me over. We've got a fossily monster, and tie that in with coal deposits, and it's a very creative way to introduce.
there is a
the
town
fire
in
typing.
America that you cannot
The design
re-enter
itself
due to
is
coal
relatively
deposits
simple,
being
like
set
a
on fire,
sleek
and the
bone
entire
helmet,
town underneath
pauldron
is
on
on
the shoulder,
fire forever.
shin and boot coverings.
It
and
is
of
a
course,
truly
the
tragic
biggest
tale of
dang
just a
lance
case
ever.
of you screwed.
It was
you should not
it
have
was fun
set
to play with the
it-
colors to figure out like the best way
They
to
set a fire in the
convey
worst
that
possible
lance
place,
is
and they've been paying for it ever
burning,
since.
like,
It's in
from the
Colorado
inside.
if you want to look it up.
Oh, and being dinosaur-like, I figured that Saratuga would definitely have a few dragon-type attacks, so I cooked up an ability that makes that
Works
work.
for me. It kind of reminds me of a
Let's
Jirac in
check
that
out
regard.
Beast Merge Saratuka, the Jousting
Ooh,
Inferno.
its ability makes a dragon.
Sections
type
of this
attacks.
rock-type's
Cool.
body clamp onto their trainer to form protective armor. The massive
Sword
lance
actually
that
does
they
the opposite.
wield
It does
burns from the
cool things.
inside out
I got the
and is
shiniest
capable of
green instead
dealing
of blue. Usually
devastating
it'd be blue,
strikes.
but no, we're going green.
The
with a
lance
bit more
should be too
mysticism.
heavy to carry, but the fires somehow give the trainer superhuman strength. After unfusing, the trainer's hair is often a bit singed.
So
The ability is
like a little
something
candle
called
going
Ancient
on.
Fuel, so Dragon-type attacks become Fire-type and are not resisted by Rock types.
Nice,
Brian
nice. That's
swings
cool.
his weapon in wide arcs, causing flames to ripple through the air. He takes a defensive posture and waits for his opponent's move.
Makes you wonder though, they're gonna be
Across
you're gonna
from
be
him
dragon type
is
attacks and then put them to
Rosie,
fire anyway.
whose
What was the
design is
point?
by Matable. She has
cool design.
Bansky with her, and the two
Oh, boy.
begin to fuse together.
Time to go with
Okay,
the rock
so
star.
I've got to thank
Just got me
Matable,
from my dad as a
Researcher
rock star.
Chameleon,
Anyone else remember that
Betty
show?
Davis, and Bandana Delightful for all giving me some amazing rock band ideas. Having Bansky turn into a
This looks like
microphone
there's a
so
Rilla
that
Boom
the
in the
trainer can
background,
do
but
the
I'm okay
singing
with
and
that.
wailing is just perfect.
Yeah.
And especially
Toxicity
with
too.
Rosie's awesome character design, I figured that we could really go, punk rock with this.
We're gonna go a little
And,
bit with
it can't
Roxy,
be just
the
a
gym
microphone,
leader
so we're
from
actually
Gen
pulling
5
in
as
the
well.
Galar musician
Works for me.
Pokemon as this kind of electric spirit of music.
I'm okay
things
with
show up
that. Just
behind
having
them.
some more Pokemon in the
I
background.
had to
They're
make
just
sure that they
background
really were
objects,
just silhouettes,
basically.
so this design didn't get too complicated. I mean, it's
Fair
definitely like
enough.
skirting that line.
Yeah, you look like you got 4
especially
Pokemon for
since
the price of
I had
one.
initially planned on the band being like monochrome, but then they all just kind of blended together, so we had to give them unique colors.
Makes
I'm
sense.
hoping it doesn't come off as too busy, but I don't know. I just really like the
I can
concept.
see why people would think it was too
having a
much,
band
but I
behind
also
you and just belting out
I
sound
like the
attacks.
story of just getting all the
Okay,
music Pokemon
Let's get
together
a
in
good
one
look
big
at
band.
Rosie rocking out.
Had to
as
give
Beast
Rosie a bit of a color
Merge
change just to
Band
give her a
Scream.
Beast Merge look.
The Spectral Band.
Again, I can see why
The
people would think
ghost
this is a
type
little much, but
shrinks
I
and
like it
stretches
personally.
into a
I think it's pretty dang
microphone and
sick.
stand
Also
for
like
their
how the
trainer to use.
reverberating echo thing
As
is
they
all
begin
three of
to
their colors.
sing, the stand base emits an electric
Gives
field
an idea
from
of,
which
loudness.
ghostly apparitions arise and accompany the trainer. Sound blasts deafen foes, and the trainer wails with reckless
I got
abandon.
the shinies, them all just being
After
the same
unfusing,
color,
the
though,
trainer's
just like going
voice
back to the
is
original design,
shocked,
basically.
and they must rest it for a couple hours. The ability is Electro Rock.
So it makes, it
So,
makes you
sound-based
think
moves
that
that
the
was
shiny would
already
be the
using,
original and vice
now
versa,
become the
but
Electro
yeah.
type and have a 10% chance to confuse the target.
Cool.
Rosie sends out electric sound waves which clash against Brian's fire blasts.
Yeah, fire and electric,
It's
they're kind of
certainly
equally
going to be
matched.
a heated and shocking battle. As
Well,
the
time to
fight
look somewhere
begins,
else.
You notice a young girl nearby watching on
Aw.
nervously.
Hi, Maria.
She's quite shy, but after smiling at her, she comes over and
She's gonna be
introduces
merged with
herself.
the giant monster, isn't she?
Hi, my name is Gabrielle, and, I'm really nervous. You must be Mason, right?
Ding.
It's
You're
a pleasure
correct.
to meet you. I've always dreamed about, being more confident, and I hope by merging with my Pokemon, I can
Be stronger.
She fiddles with the hem on her dress nervously, but you urge
She
her
defused
to
with Bill
continue.
Cipher.
be confident and strong like they are.
You're confident that you can help, and begin working with Gabrielle,
She's
who was
very
designed
small
by
and
Alpha
sweet.
Bloom.
Good name.
Gabrielle has an agile Kleptocanto, and after some time working together, you are able to
Oh,
help
okay.
the two beast merge together.
I'm
Now,
so used to
I
the
got
cliche
a
of the
ton
little
of
girl
cool
kicks
ideas
so
for
much
different
ass.
beast merges
But I
from
think this is a good way
Gabriel
of just
Wrigley.
playing it straight.
But I
like,
just
no,
love
she
their idea
wants
for
to go with the cute and
Kleptocanto
cuddly
so
Pokemon
much.
like her.
They wanted
wrong
to
with
see
that.
the trainer control a swarm of tiny versions of the Pokemon with a baton like a
Oh,
conductor.
that's a cool idea.
I mean, that's just
fantastic.
that's so clever. It's whimsical. It's an excellent way to maintain
Makes it
the
also be
flying
kinda
type
like a
while
Disney
keeping the trainer
princess in a
like,
way.
on the ground. It's just a great visual, and it just happens to work so well for Alpha Bloom's character, who really deserves like a free and flowing and confident beast merge.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd
and-
say so.
Since we still need bug types, the swarming nature of the design lets me squeeze that typing in there, no problem.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Now, of course, I
it
have to
works.
simplify the look of the swarm. Can't have like mini Kleptocantos, as it would be way too complicated. So we get
Valid.
these little feather dart things. It almost falls into that wishy-washy territory where you have like a super simplified version making up a bigger whole, and I think it works.
I
Okay,
think it
let's
works
check
out.
out
I think we
Beast
see watched it, I meant like the
Practicanto,
usual term. I
the
didn't think of the
swarm
Pokemon. I just
conductor.
thought it'd be like it's
The large bird flies full speed
But it
into
works
their
out.
trainer
I don't think
and
it's cool. It's okay to
explodes
do it
into a
this way. Plus,
swarm
the
of
Beast
tiny
Merge, not like the
feathers
original
and
form or
sharp
something.
quills. The swarm flows from a boa
Good for
around
her
the
getting a
trainer's
win and
neck,
getting
but
to do
using
what she
a
wants to do.
baton, they are able to direct the
Like
swarm
Shiny
around
too.
the battlefield. Ranged and close quarters combat are always a possibility for the ever-shifting flock of feathers. After unfusing, the trainer has a skip in their step and feathers in their hair. The ability is Flutter Power, so using bug-type attacks has a 50% chance to raise the user's special defense by 1 stage. Gabrielle
adorable. Good
dances
for her.
and spins gracefully,
having
guiding
fun
the
with her Pokemon,
fluttering
that's
flock
it.
around her. You feel certain that control over this new beast merge will help foster a new level of confidence for her.
Yeah,
She
they're in safe
prances
hands.
off, and you await the next trainer who may need your help. But
Hopefully
we'll
one
see
that
who
won't
shows up
slam
in the
someone
next
into the
episode.
side
A huge thank
fence.
you to Leo,
And that's how Elena
Ryan,
Valentina's mom
Matable,
got
and
wrecked.
Alpha Bloom for providing some awesome trainers. And thank you to everyone who presented Beast Merge ideas. As always, the Patreon supporters
There's some
are
sick
the
designs in this one. I
best,
want to say the
especially
Soldier's
Angel,
probably my best, but I
Cyberlord,
think the
Mason,
Rockstar was
Alpha
cool
Bloom,
too.
and Leo
So
Vega
we go either way
hanging
in that
out way
regard.
up in the champion tier.
Unfortunately, the guy with
Alrighty, I
the
will
web
catch you in the
design
next
also
one.
kind of got stuck
Later,
in a
nerds.
case of rush design, and plus his loop doesn't work as well as the others. There's moments where you just see it stop and then restart itself, whereas most have been pretty consistently moving. You see it just kind of jumps like that. The graphic didn't work as well for him, but hey, you know, they can't all be winners. And hey, the design is still solid overall, just a case of being like, well, rushing causes problems, unfortunately. But hey, you know, at least you got a design in the end. It still looks pretty dang cool for what it is, so can't be too mad at least. I think it's neat, although again, my favorite is probably the soldier, just seriously a way of taking a dinosaur, making it a piece of armor, and also giving it fire powers. That's pretty dang cool too. And especially when it goes to the history of someplace, just like, don't, okay, this is where our coal heap is, do not burn anything here. Okay, so we burnt something here, idiots. Entire town in the state of America, well, not the state of, entire town in the country of America, just useless basically because of fire forever burning underneath. Hey, it's an interesting tale though if you want to look it up. I recommend if you just like want to like some video essay or something at work, just like, hey, let's see how everything went fucky. Mind you, it's probably flawed from the start with all the mining and stuff like that, but still like, what a mess. Oh well, what are you gonna do, I guess, anyway. But I thought the one with the little girl was also very sweet and wholesome. That was one where I'm waiting for like the twist, you know, you see enough TVs and stuff like that, it's, okay, it's a little girl, she's an indestructible monster and stuff like this. No, she's just a little girl, that's the end of the story. You know what, good. Some of them should be like that, like, the whole twist was like they were an evil monster, yeah, that's probably played out a little bit to the point where, again, I expected it, but, you know, this is probably the case where it's like, nah, we could have some that are just straightforward and that's it. You don't have to do a twist every single time, and this was nice and wholesome for it, so... yeah, I'd say that worked out pretty dang well. I think Pokemon looked cute, and she looked cute, so good to Alpha Bloom for getting their design so perfect like that. And the Rockstar one was pretty sick too. The way he's rocking out with the, you know, music Pokemon in the background, just a perfect way of bringing them all together in harmony, fittingly enough. And her having her own background singers also added the things. Not background singers, more part of the band, but still, you get what I'm trying to say with that. Just, they're all part of the band, one big gnarly crew of Pokemon and Pokemon trainer in this regard. And yeah, overall, just some sick designs that were a great job by Fruity Art, as always, who makes some fantastic Pokemon designs, and you should check him out in the description below. In your time already, he's already got episode 10 out again. So yeah, not much else to say really on this one, just some cool designs that really work out together and did some great work. So yeah, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, see you all next time, check out Fruity Art's channel, link in the channel description below. Later.